Hello everyone and welcome to the Roomba Thought. It is week 2 of February. We're being chilling. And say hello, goobers.
Hello, Google.
Hello.
Hello.
Alright, how is everyone's week?
I'll go first because I actually did things this week.
Yo.
Yeah, I know. Meep actually doing things. Who are you and what have you done with Meep?
Not doing things,
Yeah. The main thing was, really the big thing was yesterday. I went up to the Bart Police Department was having a career fair at their headquarters up in Oakland. So I rode the train up to there to go do it, and then rode the train back.
Train.
And I cricked my neck looking out the window.
Oof.
大丈夫ですか?
You okay?
I'm fine now. It just made my neck hurty.
That
Oh, no.
makes sense.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
I've been falling for 30 minutes.
But yeah, that was the big thing I did just last week. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
I got yelled off a bull.
You got what?
Y'all yeet.
I got yeeted off of a bull.
Oof. Right? That's an oof.
So yesterday was my third cousin's birthday, and we all went and up to Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a cowboy-themed birthday. I got the hat, I got the boots. It was kind of sick.
Oh, that's what you mean by you got yo. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all yeet.
Fucking flung off that thing.
Yeeted off the mechanical bull.
Yeah, it was fun.
You got
Not
sent
ending
next
it. You
Tuesday.
could write it indefinitely.
And I hurt myself pretty bad. I got bruises between my thighs, and my hand has a nice blister on it. But it was fun. And
Yikes.
this past week it's just been work. Been working with Ryu. On doing some stuff. And today is gonna be fun. Just
Yes.
sitting inside watching stuff. All right, who's next? Also, my brother comes back today.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, nice.
Go.
Yeah, we're gonna go get him from the airport soon. Or my dad's gonna go pick him up from the airport soon.
Darius, go ahead.
Well, it was a week.
Yes, how was your week?
Pretty good one. It was pretty good week, but it was a week.
Was it one of the weeks of all time?
It was one of the weakest weeks I've ever weeked about.
Hmm.
God, I just massacred that entire sentence. So yeah, it was fun. But not much going on or something, so yeah.
Bolt?
Yeah,
How was your
kind
week?
of uneventful this week for me.
So, next week and this weekend, me and my sister having Home Alone, mostly because my brother is with a girlfriend, and my parents are visiting my grandma because she was sent to the hospital.
Oof.
Is she good?
She's better now, but initial pronostics told us that she might not make it. She might not have made it.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
I wish the best.
I'm
I
not
wish
gonna
the
push
best.
you on that, like, for more details, but I hope.
So
I'm glad
no,
you're doing
it's okay. It's just like it always happens to this as well. It's something my dad does, which is kind of just he says things in like the worst case scenario possible. It feels like it's trying to make you feel like depressed from it. You know?
Your dad does that too?
Yep.
Isn't that like one of the gags in like that one Disney movie where it's the cavemen, where it's like the dad's like, yeah, every story ends and then they died.
Probably.
Which is why we stay hiding in the cave.
Oh, that's a DreamWorks movie. That's The Croods.
Yes, that one.
Is that one with the meme in a minute? Yeah. That's bad.
Was that everyone's week?
I believe you just
For sure. No, Bolts, he said that it was pretty uneventful.
Oh, okay. Now let's get right into the news. As some jackass used to say.
Starting us off from a bit of things that technically happened like right at the end of last week, but whatever. In the continuing saga of Mango Mussolini being a fucking toddler, he has decided he is going to lend a hand to help with all the California wildfires, which by the time this happened were basically all contained anyway. And sent the Army Corps of Engineers to directly release 1.6 billion gallons of water without warning from some dams that they operated. Which resulted in local administrations having to rush in a panic to stop the region from flooding. I like to point out, by the way, this was not the region that the fires were in. This was a different part of California entirely. The water had no way of reaching the LA basin. There was a mountain range in between.
Bruh.
Wow.
He also tweeted. He put out a tweet on his discount Twitter about it, and someone fact checked him. Was like, "Yeah, no, that picture you included of this is from fucking Vermont."
Lomao.
Yeah. Yeah. This was all done to suppose the local authorities, by the way, for dumping 1.6 billion gallons of water, were given 1 hour of warning.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. This was done with just no way to actually help LA. It basically just wasted 1.6 billion gallons of water.
Yay!
In California.
Fucking have.
Yeah, in California, in like this was in the California Central Valley, which is, I like to point out, Republican territory.
It's like he's trying to drown them like roaches.
Yeah, he's fucking over primarily his own supporters with this.
Damn.
Why?
And supposedly, I wasn't able to see anything on if he actually went through with it or not, but supposedly he planned to dump a total of 5.2 billion gallons.
Oh my god.
So much water.
That wasn't gonna help anyways.
No, it was just wasting water. For no reason other than apparently, basically the leading theory, back to him being a fucking toddler, is that he said he'd sent in the federal government to go fix LA's water, and the LA fact checked no. The government just turned back on their pumps that they turned off for scheduled maintenance, and they were turning them back on per schedule. And he threw a fucking hissy fit about that and fucking wasted over 1 billion gallons of water. Because fuck you.
Great.
And if that was all that the new administration did this week, honestly, it would have been better.
So do we want to get the depressing shit out of the way, or do we want to start with some funnies, go with the depressing, and then end with some funnies?
I've got some good news later on, some cheery news later, but first things, we got serious shit going on over here, alright? Because the new administration decides US aid is fucking cringe.
What?
Decided a lot of things were cringe. And
Yeah. So
They're not.
USAID, which is the Agency for International Development,
Uh-huh.
they do foreign aid. It's in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Elon Musk has decided he doesn't like it, and has basically put the full force of Doge, which isn't even an agency of the government, behind it. However, Mango Mussolini decides he supports him, so he sent the U.S. Marshals with them to do this. At least 2 USAID security officials have been put on leave for attempting to prevent the Doge goons from accessing classified information they didn't have security clearance for.
Oh my god.
And as I mentioned, that they had the backing from the U.S. Marshals to do this.
Uh-huh.
And the U.S. Attorney in Washington put out the federal attorney in Washington put out a statement basically saying that his office would pursue charges against anyone who quote anyone who impedes, end quote, Elon Musk or his staff.
This gives me weird feelings, man.
And that was then followed by Elon just saying, yeah, we should just get rid of the agency entirely. And I'm gonna read now an actual quote from Elon Musk. This is a real quote from Elon Musk. Did you know that USAID, using your tax dollars, funded bioweapons research, including COVID-19, that killed millions of people? End quote.
Was that not the point?
You've gotta be shitting me.
No, Mina. He's saying that USAID money funded the development of COVID-19, not the vaccine. The development of the disease. Like,
Oh my god.
continuing the conspiracy theory that it was like a bioweapon from China.
Bro.
I hate it here.
He's a conspiracy theorizer.
I would like to point out, by the way, a bunch of people who are like geopolitics nonsense have been looking at this like, damn, getting rid of US aid would potentially be one of the single largest geopolitical L's of the 21st century so far for the US. Because, like, it allows the US to get a whole bunch of goodwill and soft power, and if it goes away, like, you know who's gonna step in? China.
Yep.
China.
China.
So, like, in line with Doge fucking killing USAID unilaterally, USAID staff apparently began reporting that the .gov accounts and government-furnished equipment were deactivated and wiped without warning overnight this week, which included USAID workers deployed in active war zones who rely on said equipment for their own safety.
Country's going up in flames. I'm so sorry to hear this.
Like, Elon doesn't really think before he does something, right? Like, he just does it. Same goes for Trump. Like,
Multiple
there's no
congressmen attempting to, like, try and figure out what the fuck's going on were denied entry to the USAID building. Because, yeah, but by the way, guys, like, the executive branch doesn't have the unilateral ability to shut down agencies like this.
It does not. It's an act of Congress. Technically, Congress has more.
I just want to ask if they even have the ability to.
No,
They don't have the
Congress
authority, but then
technically
again,
has more power than the executive branch, except by executive order, where it can override Congress in tax of emergency.
no, it's the executive order can't override Congress; it can bypass Congress. Is technically how it's supposed to work.
But they're treating it like fucking law, which
Yeah.
it's not.
Also, Trump's backing Elon's going in to shut down USAID, blah blah blah. Yeah. Several congressmen, in retaliation to attempt to restore checks and balances to this country, even though they're fucking dead, have promised to do everything they can to just stonewall any and all Trump appointments to any position until USAID is restored. With one representative from Minnesota saying, quote, "This is what the beginning of a dictatorship looks like."
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Which really leaves one question now to ponder. Why the fuck is Elon Musk going after USAID of all agencies? Like, yeah, they send money overseas, but the USAID's budget is, like, basically jack and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure NASA has a bigger budget than them. Alright? And NASA's budget doesn't exist.
Xenophobia.
So,
I'm not expecting to find logic.
there are two main theories I've seen for this. One, USAID was investigating Starlink over some shit in Ukraine.
Ooh. Okay.
Two, we all know where Elon Musk was born and raised, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah. So it turns out US aid funding was actually pretty instrumental in the dissolution of apartheid.
Ah.
For those who don't know what apartheid is,
Apartheid was the organizational structure of South Africa, where they basically went and became professional racists institutionally. And basically everyone's like, yo, that's fucking cringe. And eventually they got rid of that, though they're still trying to sort out the aftermath of it because it was really fucking bad. I think we mentioned that last week, actually.
Maybe? Not 100% sure.
Yeah, because Elon and Trump were like throwing a hissy fit over something they were doing to try and deal with, sort out apartheid. Or maybe that's later this week, I don't know, it's all kind of blurring together. But yeah, so Elon Musk, white man gains his wealth through an emerald mine in apartheid South Africa, born and raised in apartheid South Africa, and is known racist, Elon Musk. Apparently, the theory is he's basically going out for revenge against USAID for contributing to the fall of apartheid.
Good
disgusting.
fucking heavens.
Disgusting. That's all I can say.
In other news, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, many members of their staff are reporting that they were ordered to, quote, archive or unpublish, end quote, pages on climate change. Because the new administration, climate change isn't real, Lamau.
No, it isn't.
Drill, baby, drill. Mina.
Yeah.
The Grammys.
do you want to talk about the Department of Education being disillusioned first,
Or,
so we can stay on theme?
Wait, what?
oh, right, yeah. Elon's also apparently been talking about. I think it was Elon or someone else talking about dissolving the Department of Education. But they were talking about that before, and I don't think
You
they've
mean, like-
actually done anything on that yet. But you know, that'll probably
Like-
be on news next week because they actually did something on that.
The entire Department of Education.
Yes.
Right?
Like,
It's not like states already have giant leaps and bounds between what's taught between them. Now they're getting rid of the federal mandatory, like, this is the bare minimum of what you need to teach these damn rascals.
wait, so
Because
you
remember,
okay.
uneducated masses are easier to control than educated masses.
Okay, this is crazy. Dissolving the Department of Education. But they also can't do that. The Congress also has to do like.
Well,
actually do
the
that, right?
problem with that is the getting rid of that's actually more popular among the Republican Party than the rest of the shit they've done so far. So
Yeah, because they don't want to
Like-
talk about sex with their kids, and they don't want the schools to talk about sex with their kids. So
if
they've
they
been
get
after-
taught about sex, they might do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know,
Even
try to
though it's
reproduce
just
with
dead.
something that is fucking.
No. They want kids to reproduce after
Oh,
marriage.
no, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. If they learn about sex, they might do it safely and not have kids. And we need them to have kids because we need more white kids in this country.
A
Because
big
there's
thing
too many
about sex
brown people.
education, at least in California, right? At least in our neck of the woods, they teach you about STIs, sexually transmitted infections, and they use STIs as a phrase instead of STDs, which it used to be, because infection is more medically accurate than disease. And they teach you different ways to protect yourself sexually. Right? It goes over what a period is, why your balls are dropping, and how to protect yourself during sex using different types of what's it called?
Protective equipment.
Yeah, birth control. Dams, diaphragms, condoms, abstinence, and IUDs. They teach you all of that stuff when I was
Yeah.
in school.
Meanwhile, in a lot of Republican parts of the world, sexual education is don't do it before sex.
Or you'll
Abstinence is the
die.
only way to avoid getting pregnant. Condoms don't fucking exist, Lamau.
Yeah, and a lot of our education included even if you do oral or if you do anal, you can still get sick. Protect yourself. And over there, it's like, well, Jesus don't count it if it's the butthole.
God.
Insert picture of the guy wearing the shirt. Gay sex prevents abortion. Suck a cock for Jesus.
Exactly. All right, Grammys.
Grammys.
Last Sunday was the Grammys, which, for those who aren't aware, is the award for excellence in music. It's kind of a sham because sometimes, like, popular music wins over genuinely good music. But this year,
I love democracy.
yeah, the Academy, right? Let me pull up the Grammy winners.
Well, we have the
Academy.
one big name one that we care about.
Yeah, the one big name one that I've been yapping about for the past month or so. So, Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar has been nominated for 5 Grammys,
Go.
and it won all of them.
Let's go.
This is the first time in history a diss track has won a Grammy, much less 5 of them.
It was a worthy diss track. That's for sure.
Which then we have the meme, which is like a Tumblr fucking post, I think, or that I shared in images before the stream. Someone just saying, I love how Kendrick Lamar was like, I fucking hate this one dude, and the rest of the image was like, yeah, fuck man, we do too. Give this guy 5 Grammys.
I saw it too.
Ultimate
Okay.
diss track.
Let me see, because I gotta find. Can I control F this? I cannot. But Not Like Us won several awards, such as for. Let's see, I'm trying to find it. There's a whole list. There's like Best Rock Album, Best Alt Music, R&B, Best R&B Song. SZA won as well. She's cool. She won for Saturn. Oh, Not Like Us won for Best Rap Performance. He won for Best Rap Song. He won, let's see, Song of the Year. He won, and finally, like, the biggest prestige is Record of the Year. And Not Like Us took it all over Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso, Beyonce's Texas Hold'em, Now and Then by the Beatles, Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan, Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, and Fortnite by Taylor Swift featuring Post Malone.
Fortnite.
The
Quite
people,
a big name.
yeah, he beat his diss track calling Drake a pedophile, beat a Taylor Swift song and a Beyonce song.
Oh my god.
Skill
that's
issue detected.
achievement.
The funniest thing, I think, is that Kendrick accepted the award in what is called a Canadian suit. I don't know if you guys remember, but Drake is a Canadian.
Yeah. Okay, that's so perfect. Oh my
For
god.
those who aren't aware what a Canadian suit is, it is jeans with a jean shirt or jacket.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Let me see, where is...
So he continues to fucking diss him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's continuing to fucking disrespect this man. Look at him. He's in a jean hat, too. He's got
Damn.
5 Grammys for 1 record.
I can't. Why can't I hold all these awards?
Absolute fucking annihilation.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute.
That
So
is
yeah,
so
he
awesome,
won, which is even funnier because in the best song that Drake released for the entire rap war of 2024, he released a song called Family Matters, and one of the lyrics in Family Matters is, Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody give him a Grammy right now. And they gave him 5.
Yeah, let's go. The
Oh,
irony. The irony, oh my god.
Kendrick Lamar, Grammys. I think the most wild bit is when Kendrick accepted his Grammy. We're gonna skip Miley Cyrus.
Also, that Zorua with the Roomba is very funny.
Yeah.
She don't like the
Yeah,
Roomba.
they did play a censored version, but everybody's dancing. All of the biggest stars in Hollywood, Beyonce included,
This track against
are
Drake.
dancing to Not Like Us.
This is so
Taylor is
amazing.
there vibing to Not Like Us.
This is what you call winning a
Apparently,
beef.
Kendrick Lamar and Taylor are very good friends.
Holy shit, that. Oh my god.
That's winning a war right there.
So when Drake released this song called Taylor Made Freestyle, he actually used AI of Snoop Dogg and Tupac,
Yep.
essentially
Oh,
making
yeah,
fun of Kendrick's very strong pro-black persona for working with corporate Taylor, but you know they're serious artists about their music. Oh yeah, there's what? Check this shit out. You're not gonna believe this shit. The entire Grammys just called Drake A minor.
Ooh.
Damn.
The entirety of Hollywood just said, "Fuck you, Drake." Also, this is DJ Mustard. He's the one who produced the beat for "Not Like Us."
Ooh.
That's. Mina,
This
why
is
is
a
your
mess,
YouTube
yeah.
button just full of meat?
Oh yeah, true. Nice.
What?
Left
To
corner.
enter the YouTube page, why is it meat?
It says "Meet the barbecue community."
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I've not watched any cooking videos. Also, he had just lost his aunt the day before
Rest in peace.
the Grammys. He's talking to Dr. Dre.
Wait, what?
Drake, what's up?
No.
says in the
He
middle-
didn't say Drake. He was talking to Dr. Dre.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh.
It would have been
Ray.
so fucking funny if he had
What
said,
the-
"Hey Drake,
That
say
would have
Drake."
been
I
funny.
hear you like, "Yeah."
That's like the level of energy of the Deadpool "Oh hi Mark" in the air quotes leaked test footage that was done for the movie to get it approved.
Yeah. I love that he dedicates Record of the Year to Compton and all of the people affected to the fires in Los Angeles. Because Los Angeles is his home. And it's mine.
Yeah.
The entire game of Hollywood oldies and newbies sang along to Not Like Us saying A minor.
It's so amazing.
Because
Oh, yeah,
fuck you.
And Drake's just not allowed to perform in United States anymore. He's just gotta live in
He's
New
done.
Zealand.
I'm sorry, but look, that is you've lost the flame war, okay?
Yeah. So Drake is actually for the next month. He's selling concert tickets. The name of the tour is called Anita Max Win. And it's
Oh,
not doing
God.
too good. It's not really selling tickets.
Damn, I wonder why.
I wonder why. But he's been chilling out in New Zealand for the next part, and today is actually Super Bowl Sunday. So Kendrick Lamar will be showing us what he plans to
Yeah,
play
true. I swear
during
it
the
had
Super
to
Bowl.
be.
I
Not
really
like
hope
us.
I hope he plays Not Like Us, because
Because
sure it's
Imagine
beating a dead
Empires.
horse, but it's
Yeah, that's
really
true.
funny. It just won 5 Grammys. It'd be a shame if he didn't.
I feel like
a minor.
if he wasn't planning on doing it, like, man, my song just won 5 Grammys. I guess I kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like, let's
He
be
did-
real. If you win 5 Grammy awards on a new song immediately before you're gonna do the Super Bowl halftime show,
Yeah, then you have.
you kind of have to play it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
do.
I hope he planned to, cause like, they've been doing rehearsals in some for a while now.
Mhm.
But if he doesn't, at least he has his new album GNX to pull music from. Those are very, very good. I know TV Off is definitely gonna be one of them. I don't know if you know the song TV Off by Kendrick Lamar. It's very funny. It's not a diss as well. Hold on, I have it playing on share screen. Right.
In the vein of celebrity nonsense, though,
Yeah.
I didn't really look into it, but I saw something. Apparently, Kanye West was in the news again for being
Oh,
unhinged
that's
again.
right.
Because of his wife or something.
All I remember really about Kanye West is like a while back.
This part is gonna go Super Bowl. I absolutely swear it. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, a while back, Kanye West had his quote unquote character arc where he's like, "Yeah, I like Hitler,"
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
and-
true. Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Whoa, what the hell? You can't just say that." And I saw something. Apparently, he said something on Twitter, and it was something. The news started running with it a bit. I didn't really look into it, but
Oh yeah, he
He
also
said
posted a tweet like a picture of him when he was young. He's like in an anti-Nazi t-shirt. He's like, yeah, I used to be woke. I was like, yeah, wake the fuck up, dog. You are asleep. Your mind
Great
is
grandparents did
like-
not beat the shit out of Hitler's forces and cause him to self-delete for y'all to be acting this way.
He's not sane. Like
we did not absolutely
Kanye
fucking
West is not
annihilate
sane
them
anymore.
for this.
With all due respect, Darius, we would beat y'all's ancestors again.
I hope so. Like I'm not for them. I'm
Yeah.
glad they were taken care of.
I'm beating the shit out of your great grandpa.
Hell yeah.
damn.
Honestly, wait. Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
If we have to do it
yeah.
again, Vienna is ceasing to exist.
The nuke
Why
is going
Vienna?
off on a different continent.
I
said
blame
anything about
Germany.
using nukes?
I blame Germany. I say it happened in Berlin. You don't need to touch Vienna, okay, bro? Like, that's your soul, right?
I love the
It's
panic in his
Germany,
voice.
get off
You don't
there.
have to touch Vienna. No, don't touch Vienna. Go for Berlin. Go for Berlin. Don't touch Vienna.
It didn't
No,
survive
we're
this war
gonna pull the old
times,
class.
so-
We're gonna blame Germany for the third time.
Yeah. It didn't survive the Turks 2 times for nothing, okay? Let the city be.
The Polish
my
won't be
God.
on your side this time.
Fuck off.
Damn.
The Polish won't come to Vienna's rescue this time. They'll be the ones going through the gate first.
Didn't he release?
I get
Didn't
recipes
Ye
for it.
release a tweet that said, "Oh, thank you for participating in my social experiment" or something?
I don't fucking know.
I doubt he's clever enough to
Anyway.
pull that shit.
Yeah,
Speaking of
nothing-
Poland being first through the gates again, back in Eastern Europe,
Okay.
Russia's continued to embarrass itself.
As it does.
Right.
The first piece of news from this last week is they got a big hit on a high-rise apartment block in the city of Poltava, which killed at least 7 and injured a dozen more. And then Russia kept up their airstrike success. They flattened a school in Kursk, which, reminder, Kursk is Russia. It's
Oh,
Ukraine-occupied Russia. Russia flattened a school in Kursk that was being used as a shelter for the elderly and infirm Russian civilians in the region. So Russia, in their infinite wisdom, bombed a school housing
Russians.
their old and ill.
So Russia.
It was
bombed
like
Russia.
specific. I'm pretty sure Ukraine had like specifically told them, "Yo, this is what's in this building. We'll put them all there so they'll be safe, okay?" And then Russia's like, bomb.
Bombo klar.
This was actually significant enough. Zelensky put out like a statement on this. To quote Volodymyr Zelensky, quote, "This is a state devoid of civility, and this is an evil that will not stop on its own." End quote. And Russia continues bombing shit, and they bombarded the UNESCO World Heritage sites in the historic city center of Odessa using drones instead of bombs this time. They damaged at least 6 historic buildings, including shattering stained glass windows on multiple. So, that sucks. Russian soldiers who have miraculously survived near the end of their contracts, because that's how long the fucking war's been going on. The contract Russian soldiers their contracts are expiring. The ones who are reaching the end of their contracts are reportedly being told they need to renew their military contracts, or they will be assigned to frontal assault units in Kursk. Which basically means, yeah, you're either gonna sign up to keep going, or we're just gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, because enemy at the gates.
Yeah, because they're going full enemy at the gates. Even though they are the enemy at the gates. There has been more reports of crutch battalions being employed, which if you don't remember, that was the absolutely depressing shit of Russia sending their air quotes walking wounded into frontal assaults. Which led some to theorize that the Russian government is doing this on purpose to liquidate war wounded who the government would otherwise need to support after the war due to their injuries.
But
Wow.
liquidate doesn't mean turning them into a fine red mist. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure it does in this case.
Unfortunately for them.
Yeah,
This government
it's
is just
because Russia
disgusting.
is such a fucking asshole. It's like, damn, you got hurt in our imperial conquest. We're gonna have to pay for that. Not if you don't survive the war, we don't.
People will do anything to not pay the fucking... What's the word? What's the word?
Pension?
No, not pension. Workers' comp.
Oh yeah, workers' comp, yeah. I know you got fucking shot and blown up, however, fuck you.
Can you
However,
brush
we're broke, so fuck you.
Yeah. However, the Russian economy is basically being held together by the sheer force of it being everyone involved being shot if it falls apart.
Basically, to survive as a Russian today in the military, you have to survive 100,000 Ukrainians, and by not getting injured. That's
Yeah.
crazy, honestly.
Yeah. I think there's a reason there's been increased rates of injured Russian soldiers choosing to just detonate a grenade on their chest to not have to deal with all this nonsense. Because even if they are recovered and treated in a medical facility, and even if that medical facility does actually have medicine, they're gonna be sent to the front line to just get fucking killed again anyway. So just skip to the end.
Better to go out on your own terms.
Yep.
It's so sad
It
how
is.
little control these people have over their own lives.
Yeah.
Like, we're in a shit situation too. Absolutely. But it's nothing compared to the suffering they're going on.
As bad as shit is in America, at least when things are corrupt in America, things still actually get done, they just cost way too much. When things are corrupt in Russia, they cost way too much and then don't get done.
Yeah. And who suffers? The people.
Yeah. It's... Russia is just... I'm gonna say it again. Russia is an organized crime syndicate masquerading as a government.
Russia is its own circle of hell.
Yeah. Yes.
I really hope that
and
the
it's
Russian
mostly frozen
citizens
over.
will eventually be able to actually have a free country,
Uh,
which is, yeah, a big step.
there is some evidence. It hasn't been officially stated, but based on strikes and stuff, it's seemingly America has lifted the restrictions on the use of provided weapons for deep strikes into Russia, which is based. Zelensky made a statement this week regarding the post-war future of Ukraine. Specifically, he said if joining NATO is going to take a long time for Ukraine's security, we request help fully revoking the Budapest Memorandum and reacquiring nuclear weapons.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's
Which
not
is
great.
a big step, but honestly understandable.
It's like, okay, you guys were banded to protect us and other countries from Russia, and you're clearly not doing that, so I'm gonna do it myself.
For anyone who's not familiar, the Budapest Memorandum was Ukraine, in exchange for a bunch of money and security guarantees, with Britain, America, and Russia, following the fall of the Soviet Union, signed the Budapest Memorandum, in which Ukraine would get a bunch of money, and they'd give up their very large arsenal of nuclear weapons in exchange for the UK, America, and Russia all pledging to never invade Ukraine and to come to Ukraine's defense in the event that it was invaded by one of the other three.
Well, that was a mistake.
And
They
Ukraine's now
would have
been
not-
invaded twice, and America's content with arguing over whether or not we should give them 50-year-old equipment. So yeah. The specific quote is, if joining the NATO alliance takes decades, Ukraine wants help renuclearize. So, like, yeah. You know the news? Russia and Belarus have signed a mutual defense treaty, and Ukrainian intelligence claims it has determined Belarus is almost certain to get directly involved in the war before the end of the year.
Damn.
Ukraine has apparently launched another small offensive in the Kursk region, but seems to have been met with significant initial success.
Wait, what?
The French.
What do you see? What do you say?
The Ukrainians have invaded Kursk again,
Uh-huh.
and it seems to be going well, at least initially.
Okay.
The French have announced the completion of the pilot training and the delivery of a batch of Mirage 2000 fighter jets to Ukraine. So Ukraine has some new planes. And the Dutch followed soon after, reporting a new batch of F-16s being sent to Ukraine as well.
Go.
So more F-16s. Woo! Let's go!
Thank you. Much.
Well done, Bolt.
Yeah, oh, I'm still here.
Yeah, well done. The Dutch sent more F-16s to Ukraine.
Yeah.
A major Russian Shahed drone launch airbase was struck by the Ukrainians, blowing up a bunch of Shahed drones. Big W. There was a light aircraft crash outside of Moscow. It just kind of happened. The people on board died because it crashed. Because Russia. The Baltic states, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, the Baltic states, they announced that they are fully removing themselves from the Russian electricity grid so they can join the European electricity grid.
Interesting.
Which, honestly, I'm surprised they were still connected to the Russian energy grid at all. Apparently, Ukraine and South Korea are in talks for Ukraine to hand over captured North Korean troops to South Korea. Which is, interesting. And the other news this week is Ukraine, over the last couple weeks, I haven't really mentioned it in specific, but the last couple weeks, they have been carrying out mass strikes, like more than usual, against the Russian oil refineries. Like I think it is they have decimated the Russian oil refining capability. Like using that word correctly, I think it's like at least 10% of it has been knocked offline, if not more.
God damn.
Which probably not coincidentally has coincided with a notable decline in the number of daily attacks the Russians have been carrying out on the front.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Then at the bottom we have part 2. We have a short part 2, which is really literally only one thing actually got into the part 2 of the message, but it was something important enough I had to include. And that is, Russian soldiers have been posting videos of a new piece of equipment they've been given on the front line. Donkeys.
Like,
The poor donkeys, man.
The Russian military in the 21st century is deploying donkeys for logistics on the front line.
bam.
Now,
Poor
I'd like to
donkey.
point out, America does have a few mules that they have for logistics stuff. However, that's for like mountain forces, special forces meant for like mountain fighting, where terrain is awful and trucks don't work too well
Mm-hmm.
because it's the mountains.
Yeah.
And also they're mules, not donkeys, which means they're bigger and stronger. But as a reminder, Russia is fighting in the plains, on flat ground. And they're deploying donkeys for logistical use in the 21st century. A so-called great power.
Yeah, no.
Donkeys are vicious animals. I don't know what to tell you.
No, this is for logistics, Mina.
I mean, donkeys are scary, yeah, but
I mean, just have you
They're
seen
using-
Shrek?
They're using pack animals.
Yes. Yes, we realize that. But that's literally the only reason I can think of why they would bring donkeys
Yeah.
to the middle of this.
No, they're bringing donkeys to the middle of this because the logistics is fucked and they don't have fuel because Ukraine's blown it all up.
So they're so
Russian
desperate on
cannibals.
getting places, they're using mules. Donkeys, sorry.
They're using donkeys to move artillery shells around.
Those poor donkeys.
yeah,
Those
Yeah.
poor donkeys.
sorry for them.
Yeah, those poor let's be real, they're probably all gonna end up fucking dead. Either because they get blown up by the Ukrainians or they get killed by the Russians for food.
Probably the latter, unfortunately.
Or the North Koreans for food.
But they're probably going to steal a few donkeys, yeah.
Anyway, we mentioned South Korea. We're going back to South Korea because there's something we've actually somehow missed in all the nonsense that's going on over there. So, as we recall, near the end of last year, the South Korean president rolled the worst coup ever, asked kindly to leave.
Did he leave?
They're working on that.
Cool.
As a process. He hasn't stepped down yet, but so the impeachment and insurrection charges about the president coup,
Mm-hmm.
they are separate. The impeachment trial has been heavily delayed due to a large number of the vacant Supreme Court seats in the South Korean Supreme Court, because they need the South Korean Supreme Court, and they don't have enough members of the Supreme Court actually seated they don't have so many seats are currently vacant that they can't actually do the impeachment trial.
Oh, Jesus.
And the only person who's capable of filling up those seats.
So, the
Is
way
the
the South
president.
Korean government works is that, the South Korean president is still president until he's convicted in the impeachment trial. However, he has his powers stripped until the impeachment process completes. So
Mhm.
there's a different guy that got put in charge, basically vice president type thing. right?
Okay.
However, for unknown reasons, the guy who took over has been like basically stonewalling the process, meaning they haven't been able to fill the seats. So the South Korean parliament impeached that guy as well, to put a third guy in charge to get the Supreme Court appointed.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ,
South
on a mic.
Koreans currently must feel like fucking, yeah, like, bro, what is happening?
South
over
Koreans
there?
must be confused as fuck.
They must be really confused.
Yeah, I mean, look, South Korea does democracy a little differently, and in a lot of ways, it's more based than America. Though in my mind, Taiwan still is the most based, where it's not uncommon for fist fights to break out in the halls of parliament.
So it shall be.
Taiwan is
It's
also the
fight for
country
freedom.
who someone, in order to try and block a bill getting passed, just fucking ate the bill. Just started eating the document
Democracy
on,
at its
on the floor of the
finest.
government.
Just eating the damn bill.
Yeah.
What
Just
are you going to do if I eat it? What are you going to do if I eat it?
Look, all I'm saying is apparently in Taiwan, like the streams of like the government meeting is is entertainment value.
Bro, you're eating a bit. Okay, that's it. Never thought about this. Just eat the bill and it's gone. Okay,
Anyway.
that's okay. I love
Back to
Taiwan
Europe,
for
back to the Baltics.
Uh-huh.
the Baltics.
So last week we mentioned that yet another cable in the Baltic Sea got cut. Well, they were doing some investigation. Sweden had detained the ship and everything. In Sweden, Swedish investigators determined, yeah, no, this one was actually an accident, guys. Sorry about that. I think the exact quote was something to the effect of blaming it on poor conditions and shitty seamanship.
Hee.
Yeah, they basically went, the conditions were bad and you had a skill issue. Do better. And they released the vessel because they determined it was not deliberate sabotage. They were just shit. Anyway, in other news, Mango Mussolini,
Mm-hmm.
in less than 24 hours, walked back his trade war with Canada and Mexico that we covered last week,
Good.
holding it for 30 days for negotiations, which has resulted in political fallout. So everyone's like, damn, you're a fucking bitch. Like, literally everyone's upset. The American left is upset he was even trying this. The foreign allies are upset that he was even trying this. And his own party's like, why the fuck did you back down? He's like, oh, I got some concession. Like, no, you didn't. They were doing this shit anyway. And all the thing is, a lot of like Canadian companies are like over saying like, yeah, we were gonna like buy American, but given this whole thing's looming, we're gonna go buy shit from China now instead because it's more reliable.
Yeah.
Because Mango Mussolini just doesn't fucking understand anything.
Just making your allies mad, and
Yeah,
one of your
it's like,
most important trading
there's-
partners.
There's multiple Canadian companies who are like, yeah, we were specifically going out of our way to buy North American components for our products. However, given this shit, we can't
Not
rely
worth
on
it
that
anymore.
supply chain, so we're going to China.
The old reliable China.
Yeah, which now means, of course, the only people who lose from Trump saying we're gonna have a trade war for like less than a day is the Americans.
As per usual.
He's a fucking idiot. Oh yeah, here it is. The South Africa shit I mentioned. More shit related to South Africa. So all the aid that wasn't U.S. aid to South Africa, America, the Mango Mussolini administration has decided we're gonna cut it to South Africa because South Africa's government passed a land seizure law that allows the government to seize land without compensation under certain circumstances. To give an idea of what these circumstances are, I have a quote from the BBC. Quote, "This includes if the property is not being used and there's no intention to either develop or make money from it, or when it possesses a risk to people."
Okay.
So basically, land speculation or when it being under private ownership is actively dangerous. The government can just take the land. And the idea is to redistribute it, because 72% of South Africa's farmland is still owned by the white minority population. Which, I'd like to point out, is 7.3% of the population. 7.3% of the population of South Africa owns 72% of all farmland. Because of the legacy of apartheid. And the government's trying to fix this, and Mango Mussolini's like, nah, nuh-uh, that's very unfair, you can't do that. It's very unfair to certain groups of people, you can't do that. Anyway, we now go back to the US government and Doge, where, yeah, he's basically just fucking, Doge basically fucking staged a coup, basically just fucking forced their way into some more government databases, with a cadre of engineers as young as 19 years old, and with the quote from an article I linked in this is, quote, with a cadre of engineers as young as 19 years old, and with the encouragement of Trump, Musk has demanded and been given access to sensitive government databases and the Treasury Department's payment system. Which logically means that Elon Musk, a non-elected billionaire who's not part of the government, with no security clearance, has been given access to the personal identifying information of every member of the US government, including the FBI, CIA, NSA, and other highly sensitive agencies. With some reports that the young techs involved used unsecured and unvetted electronic devices to get Doge access to these records, potentially compromising government systems with undetected malware. With Elon also reportedly using Twitter to nuke any account and just delete the account of anyone who lists the engineers involved in, you know, committing this crime, and saying who was responsible is a crime.
I saw that, by the way.
With at least one commentator calling this bullshit more corrupt than Russia.
Not even Native American. To top that off, he's from South Africa.
Which, yeah, it's hard to be more corrupt than Russia. Now, since this happened, a judge has put a temporary injunction blocking Doge from accessing the sensitive data like social security numbers, but it's a bit late for that. Like, he's already stolen all that information and put it on like private servers, the famously secure Tesla servers and whatnot.
Wasn't there like a whole fucking stink about Hillary and her servers, or was that for something else completely?
I think so. That was like her emails or something. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. The quote is the article. Like, Elon Musk has hacked into the government in the shorthand of the tech industry. Elon Musk has hacked into the government. A billionaire tech magnate has never been elected to office or been confirmed by the Senate for a high-level government job. In the span of a few days, Musk has still gained access to sensitive federal data through his position as the head of President Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency Project, or DOGE, to push a far-reaching agenda and potentially spark a constitutional crisis. Brought in a team to assess details such as office building leases, budget line items, vendor contracts, and the performance of individual employees, with the stated intention of radically downsizing the organization. What was his process he did for Twitter, and he's basically trying to repeat that with the entire government. The cadre of engineers as young as 19 years old, and with the encouragement of Trump, Musk has demanded and been given access to sensitive government databases and the Treasury Department's payment system with an unprecedented series of bureaucratic maneuvers. The deep concerns among many Democrats and some Republicans that Musk and his staff members, who are not government workers and are not bound by the same ethics and rules that apply to federal workers, are acting in secret, without accountability, and potentially against the law in the Trump administration's efforts to shrink the federal government. Doge is an office of the president, according to Trump Executive Order from January 20th. And Musk has been made, quote, special government employee, according to the White House official. is a temporary position that allows him greater access, but it bypasses some of the disclosure obligations required of full-time government employees.
So basically, he's been given baby rights.
Yeah. He's been targeting the U.S. aid, which closed its headquarters Monday in anticipation of shutting down entirely because of fucking Musk. Has staff members working at the Treasury Department, which pays the government's bills. He said on Twitter that he wants to slash overall several other agencies, including the General Services Administration, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, and the Department of Education. He's also, I don't know if I listed it, but apparently, is that in here? Yeah, that's later. We'll get to that. But yeah, just fucking. A quote from a senator. If Doge tax USA today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another agency tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the Postal Service or the IRS or even the Social Security Administration.
Yippee.
Yeah. It's just fucking awesome. Anyway, for a break from the depression, Meep learned about something fun. The Soviet Union cultural victory. I'm sorry, guys. Apparently, across the Soviet Union and other Eastern Bloc countries, they had a thing called the Children's Railways, which was small railroads like in like the Soviet Union giant fucking central parks in the cities, where it's like, yeah, it's a full-on small railroad run by the youths. As like basically like an equivalent of the Scouts type thing.
That's kind of funny.
So cool.
It's just based. It's like, yeah, we've got like a whole little railway where like all of the positions are like run by children, and with like adult supervision, so they can like learn stuff for the railroads. And it's fucking cool.
Train.
Yeah. And apparently this started because like it was in Georgia, the country. Bunch of school children were like, yo, we should build a big model railroad, and it just kept growing, and then they found a working engine, and they're like, damn, I guess we're a railroad now. And like these are like the proper railroads, these things, and they're operated with all the rules and regulations of up to the full standards of the full-on railroad, because it is a railroad. It's just operated by the children, and it's dope as hell, and a lot of them still exist. Apparently there's one in Budapest.
Huh?
I think it was Budapest. There's one in Hungary. Which still operates, though that one, due to EU rules, the actual train drivers are adults, but basically everything else is the youths. And in typical, they keep winning style. Guess where the largest of the children's railroads is located?
Country or city?
The largest of the children's railroads is in Kyiv.
That is
Because Ukraine just keeps fucking winning. I'm pretty sure it's closed right now due to,
War.
yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully once that's all done, it turns back on, because Kyiv, when it comes to trains, just keeps fucking winning. They have the world's largest of the children's railroads. They have the world's largest trolley bus network. They have a bunch of trams and shit. They just keep winning.
I can't stop winning.
Yeah. Moving on from that, back to the depressing. There was a mass shooting in Sweden.
Yeah, I thought about
Wait, a mass shooting that's not in the U.S.? What?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
For the bingo card. Yeah, apparently it was at a learning institution of some kind in Sweden.
Wow.
And I think it's the largest mass shooting in Swedish history. It was like actually a mass shooting, not like what America sometimes calls a mass shooting, was like, oh, like 3 people got shot. No, it was like 10 people died.
Right. From apnews.com, Arbro, Sweden, the shooter who earlier this week killed 10 people in Sweden's worst mass shooting was connected to the adult education center, where he opened fire with at least one rifle-like weapon. Authorities said that the gunman, who has not yet officially been identified, may have attended school there before Tuesday's violence on the school's campus west of Stockholm. The shooter was later found dead with 3 guns, 10 empty magazines, and a large amount of unused ammunition next to the body. It is not clear how he died, but officials said officers did not return gunfire. The school, Campus Dysberska, offers primary and secondary educational classes for adults aged 20 and older, so it's, like you're getting your GED for Americans. Swedish language classes for immigrants and vocational training and programs for people with intellectual disabilities. It is in the outskirts of Örebro, about 200 kilometers or 125 miles from Stockholm. Some 130 officers arrived Tuesday after alarms summoned them to the school to find chaos across the campus. They described the scene as an inferno and believed the gunman turned the weapon towards them as they entered the building. Dead people, injured people, screams, smoke. Local police chief Lars Viren said during the news conference. Many people running inside and outside the premises. Officers found at least 5 people, all over the age of 18, with serious gunshot wounds. 2 of them remained in intensive care Thursday in serious but stable condition. The other 3 were in stable conditions post-surgery. A 6th person was treated for minor injuries. Police were forced to search the large school, 17,000 square meters, 180 square feet, to ensure that there were no other casualties. Investigators had not uncovered a definitive motive behind the bloodshed by Thursday. Police said there were no warnings beforehand, and they believe the perpetrator acted alone. Authorities said there were no suspected connections to terrorism at this point. Örebro is a town of 160,000 people, about, and it is Sweden's 7th largest municipality. King Carl XVI, Gustaf, and Queen Sylvia, as well as Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, visited Örebro on Wednesday and attended the memorial service. The Swedish Football Association pledged to begin its future international marches with a moment of silence. Mourners elsewhere in the Scandinavian nation, where violence at schools is very rare, struggle to process the thought of mass violence in their own country. This is not a Swedish problem. It is a problem we have seen throughout the world, Johansson said.
Yeah, it's a thing you usually think of in America. I don't mean to be mean about it, but it's something you think of.
I mean, you're right.
Oh, it's an American thing. You don't expect. Oh shit, we have a shooter in our school. What the fuck?
Yeah.
To put it like that.
American. It's very American. It's like every time Europeans try to dunk on Americans, that's the one thing they go for, which is kind of strange. It's like, yeah, we'll go out for the British for having bad teeth and,
And the French for being the French.
And French for being the French. But every time a European tries to dunk on the United States, it's always, haha, you guys have dead kids. And that's kind of weak, I'm not gonna lie. Think of better material.
Europeans do that?
I mean, isn't America
Europeans
also
do that.
diabetes country?
Yeah,
Okay,
diabetes countries is something we can absolutely treat. And people die from diabetes in other countries as well. But it's not, haha, dead kid.
Using mass shootings against USA is crazy.
It's weird.
It's shitty.
Let's go after
It's like,
public
okay,
debate.
I get it. You're not funny. You have no jokes or material. I get it.
Honestly, I think it's funnier if you laugh at the Americans for the amount of roads they have to build and still get traffic out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's funny, right?
Imagine
That's
having.
shit
Because imagine having.
that's
public
like our
transport.
countrywide shit that doesn't involve dead kiddos.
Yeah.
Um,
Because imagine having actual public transport currently in the U.S.
It's too communist.
True.
Yeah, mass
The
shootings, like
America
joking about
America
that.
does not like the communism. Henceforth, anything good for everyone is just a big no-no. Which I will never understand that. It's like, you're, like, I don't mean it as in, like, you all in general, like, well, yes, sort of, kind of. But, like, the fear of the Americans of, like, communism has always been there since, like, the Cold War, but it's like, my goodness.
Predates the Cold War.
Probably, yeah.
it was at its peak during the Cold War.
Yo. Right, time to cut this forest down even further to plant even more berries.
What?
Oh, just Minecraft things. I'm trying to get like a giant berry forest in Minecraft in Pixelmon, so I'm cutting down this regular forest to plant even more berries.
Anyway, moving on from that.
Because capitalism, am I right?
Mr.
Yep.
President, a third plane has crashed into Alaska.
We'll get to that in a second. So the FBI, in accordance with orders from Mango Mussolini, has turned over a list of 5,000 employees who were working on the January 6th investigation.
Mm-hmm.
This list was turned over to Mango Mussolini's Department of Justice.
Wait, his own Department of Justice?
The Department of Justice, which is under Mango Mussolini. Multiple FBI agents have sued the Department of Justice, accusing it of forcing them to complete a survey so it can, quote, purge, end quote, FBI personnel and for political persecution. At least 8 senior FBI officials have already been fired by the new administration, which apparently led to a hilarity of they accidentally put the wrong guy in charge for a bit. And they like put like some name, but they like spelled it wrong, so the wrong guy got put in charge for a bit. The CIA, on the other hand, in compliance with a White House executive order, sent an unclassified email to the White House listing every single employee they've hired in the last 2 years.
Wow.
In an unclassified email. This is a, quote, counterintelligence disaster. So I'd like to point out that includes analysts and agents hired to keep an eye on China, who hackers from China desperately want to get their hands on because China is an asshole. And so there are some theories that this list may have also included CIA informants in China who are likely already being purged if this, in theory, is true.
And just so we're clear, purge means kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. In other news, Mango Mussolini off his shit again. Proposed the U.S. take over the Gaza Strip.
Nobody liked that.
Yeah, nobody liked that. Literally, everyone's like, "The fuck?"
What the fuck do we want to do there?
Like, the NATO allies are like, "The fuck? Why?" Israel's like, "No." The Middle East countries are like, "No." Russia's like, "No." Like, everyone's like, "No, don't do that." Literally everyone.
Even the people back here who are crazy.
That's like, only like his most fanatical supporters are like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." Trump is reportedly drafting an executive order to abolish the Department of Education, which isn't something he can do, but you know what? He doesn't care. In other news, back to the Middle East again. The Kingdom of Jordan announced intentions that it would declare war on Israel in retaliation if Israel attempts to forcibly expel the Palestinian population of the Gaza Strip into Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
This is following some high-ranking Israeli government officials, like I think what may have been like the president, not to be confused with Netanyahu's the prime minister thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some really high-ranking Israeli government officials apparently said in like some press conference that they wanted to militarily occupy the Gaza Strip and expel the Palestinian population to Jordan and Syria. The Syrian interim government also expressed displeasure at this notion, but didn't say anything so drastic because they're kind of busy. In some other news, in some good news,
Yay.
someone created an AI chatbot specifically meant to mimic and imitate an elderly grandmother for use in wasting the time of scammers.
The granny
Using a
bot.
deep word.
The granny bot. Absolutely fucking based.
I kind of want to crawl the granny bot, not as a scammer, but just to see how she acts to external stimuli, like a wrong number.
In other news, Donald Trump has established a White House faith office, the so-called God Squad.
God should strike them down, like
Yes.
unironically.
Yes.
Strike them
Jesus
down.
is rolling in
God
his
is-
tomb.
That name is wild.
That sounds like a '90s kid show
The God
God
Squad.
Squad.
for a biblical
It
camp.
sounds like a 90s kids cartoon that's replacing like Pokemon in like Alabama because Pokemon's clearly satanic.
God
It
Squad.
sounds like they added more Jesus than they needed to VeggieTales.
Yeah, it is too cheesy.
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Oh my god.
That says the Bible.
There was a small
You
plane
you
crash
there?
near the
Question the
city
mind of Jimmy?
Nome, Alaska,
Hi, Jimmy.
near the city of Nome, Alaska. There was
Wait, Nome?
a small plane crash. Yes, Nome.
Yes,
Gnome.
it is called
Nome.
Nome, but it's spelled with an N. I'm sleepy.
Yeah.
Instead of GN.
Yeah, Nome is, I think, the furthest north city in Alaska. I think it's not the furthest north settlement, but I think it's the furthest north city.
So it's pretty north, okay.
Yeah, there's a small plane crash, and I think it killed 10 people.
Mr. President, a third plane has crashed in the United States.
In other news, Mango Mussolini, continuing to throw a fucking hissy fit, revoked Biden's security clearance. This is in retaliation for the fact Biden revoked Trump's security clearance because, you know, Donald Trump is Donald Trump. And
Extremely mentally
but
unstable.
Biden did this because, you know, Donald Trump staged a fucking coup. Because that's what January 6th was.
He was a coup attempt.
Yep.
And in other news, at the Washington, D.C. John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, Donald Trump fired multiple board members and put himself as the chief of the board.
Why? Who knows?
Of course he would.
Because he's a man child.
It's so
That's why.
stupid.
Get your filthy fucking hands off my performing arts.
And finally, Trump fired the commissioner of the Federal Election Commission. Though, she, being based, is like, you don't have the authority to just do that, Mr. President. I'm gonna stay in this chair until you fire me through the proper legal methods.
God, I love her.
Based woman is based.
Yes. And that actually gets us to the end of the idea box, which is actually, that one actually rather quickly.
I mean, it was kind of just mostly dudes.
Each one.
Apparently.
It was most of me, and I was going to speedrun it, because we do have the time if we want to end early, because we want to go watch the Puppy Bowl.
True.
Which is
Oh,
like
we
the
can
Super
talk about
Bowl,
the
but better.
Before anything, we do have a couple people here that I don't think know what the Puppy Bowl is. Mina, do the honors.
Yeah, that's the point. I was gonna explain what the Puppy Bowl was. You know, go through the players.
Go through
Share
the
screen again.
Yeah, let's go. I'm interested. I'm invested.
I'm
now.
gonna share screen with you, and I
I'm
want
so
you to put
invested,
it on
though.
the Roomba of thought.
Oh,
Like
okay.
put it on the screen.
Okay, give me a second.
Screen's up.
Alright. I need to pair this up correctly so I can...
Let me know when you're ready.
Should be working. Okay,
All right,
let me
you
just-
should. Okay.
Here.
How's it looking, chat? We working?
Should be. That's as big as I can make it.
Okay. Let me take a look. See.
Wait, hold on. Okay. Question: would this go through Discord audio or just general audio?
There's no audio.
Oh.
No audio.
Okay, cool. Just want to make
the Puppy
sure.
Bowl doesn't start for another 20 minutes.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. So, In America, we have the Super Bowl, which is the championship for American football.
Is
Between
it
two
like
states.
what, like the final uh
Final match of
game?
the season, right?
Final match of the season, yes.
Yeah.
And that is today. Super Bowl
Oh.
Sunday is one of the biggest sports events in the country.
A big marketing thing also.
Yeah.
Because
Eh,
from the
by the way,
sport, yeah.
everyone, stand up straight. Vibe check.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Vanix, for the vibe check.
sore.
Understood.
Okay. Anyway, so the biggest event of the year is the Super Bowl. As a result, a lot of companies have decided to, make Super Bowl ads to really boost their marketing. Some Super Bowl ads are really funny to watch.
Mm-hmm.
However, Animal Planet and Discovery have decided to use the Super Bowl instead as a way to boost adoption rates throughout the United States. And thus, the Puppy Bowl was born 21
It's
years
so
ago.
smart.
21.
This is the 21st Puppy Bowl.
Damn. I don't know why you saying that is like, damn. I was expecting it to be like more recent.
Nope, the Puppy Bowl has been around for several years now. 2 decades of Puppy Bowl. Love that for
Pretty
them.
established.
The Puppy Bowl has been around for 21 years, like I said, and it has 2 teams. Team Rough and Team Fluff.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
adorable.
both teams are puppies who are of adoption age from around the country. And as of a couple years ago, I believe 5 years ago, they've started expanding into international pups as well. We've got some puppies from Mexico, Costa Rica. A couple years ago, we had the first Hawaiian dog in the Puppy Bowl. And they've also started including disabled pups as well. The first disabled pup was Bumble. She was both deaf and blind as a result of her albinism. And she scored 2 touchdowns.
That's so nice.
It's so very good. Here, let me pull up the Puppy Bowl. You're going to be able to see my screen. That's fine. You can judge me later.
You can also look at it from.
Let's see. Highlights from the Puppy Bowl include. It's literally just puppies playing football. All of these dogs are, of course, adoptable. This is a pre-recorded show, so these puppies have been adopted as of September and October. But they just record these dogs just doing dog shit. That is Chunky Monkey.
This is
He's my
peak.
favorite dog. I love him so much.
American television is amazing.
The whole ass referee. They have a Twitter account and that's run by a parakeet named Meep the Bird.
Wait, like an actual bird?
Yes. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Impressive.
Because, bird app.
Bird up, ba 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 ba.
Okay. Fucking- Shit. I don't give a shit, Twitter. Let me in.
Meet the bird.
Yes, this is Meep the Bird. He runs the Puppy Bowl Twitter.
He runs it, okay.
Hi, Meep.
Hello.
A
Prepared
little
now,
side group, I
apparently.
see.
But yeah, so they're all adoptable puppies. There was an incident last year where one of the puppy players, her name was Sweet Pea. She was the underdog award last year. She did unfortunately pass away from kidney failure right before Puppy Bowl was aired. But she was adopted in her last months of life. And it's just a generally good. This is Sweet Pea.
Oh, adorable.
She was unfortunately passed away of kidney failure but she did have a excellent last couple of months of life after being adopted due to her role in the puppy bowl. The puppy bowl has a 100% adoption rate.
Oh, that's amazing.
It is they have sponsors by Bissell and Subaru. And do you guys want to meet some of the players?
Yes.
All right, this is Zoe. Here we got Zipper.
Ah.
You doing a blab? This is Zanina.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me see. Can I find better puppy bowl players? But yeah, I watch it every year before the Super Bowl. So this is Abigail. She comes from Virginia.
Country Mama?
Country Mama. No, that's West Virginia.
Oh.
Then Country Mama. Trio is from New York. Smoosh. This is Max. As you can see, he is a dog with only 3 legs.
Oh.
Oh my god.
He is from Nevada. This is Paws Allen, who is a pun based on one of the current players. Also from New York. Minneapolis. Foxtrot. Alright, sorry, not Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is Kiki. He is from Florida. This is Mr. Pickles. He's from
I
Texas.
think it's a great name.
Mr. Pickles is the only valid Texan I know at the moment. She's from Missouri. This is Charlotte. This is Enrique. He's from New York.
Hi, Ryu!
Ryu! This is Carl. He's from New York.
Where is...
Carl.
This is Demure from Virginia. This is Alice from Florida. This is D-Bone Samuel. He's from California. Represent. Look at this little guy.
Where is Corgis?
Whoopi from Tennessee.
Whoopee!
Why the fuck they did his lineup like this? Who cut this man's hair? Deserves a refund.
It does, yeah.
Beethoven from New York.
Beethoven, oh my god, nice.
This baby don't got a name, but they look very human. And yeah, these are just some of the pups that you can, that have been up for adoption as a result of puppy bowl training.
That's very cute.
Yes, it is so very good. Blue team is Team Fluff. Orange team is Team Rough. They've partnered with a lot of people in the past. For like the past 3 or so years, they partnered with Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart.
Honestly, Snoop Dogg based.
Yeah, he's based.
Hold on, let me see if I can find puppy bowls.
I'm Snoop Dogg. No.
Snoop Dogg, the legend.
Snoop Dogg, the man, the myth, the legend. Sprigatito!
Yeah, here it is.
Bro, if I spend my morning drawing my puppy bowl outfit only for there to be no corgis, I'm gonna go crazy. Yo, it
There
do
is
be
a corgi, if I remember right.
Yo, it do be Snoop Dogg.
Crooked cook with that Warren G.
And I
Smith
just
and
love
Griffin
this
sauce.
Should
man.
I put
It's
volume
such
on
a
or not?
character.
It's up to you.
I'll leave volume on. God, this energy drink tastes like fucking medicine.
Zanina, Ziggy. Here's Winston. Wimberly? Who the fuck named their dog Wimberly?
Wimberly.
Willow. Whoopi. Vivian. Violet. There's just so many good names. Tuani. Trixie.
There it is! Her name is Queenie!
Trevor. Travis.
Let's go.
Porch. Tina. Sully. Suds is a good name. Strudel. Sprinkle. Sprinkle fucking killed someone in prison, I guess.
Oh
Look
my
at him.
god, this stare. Locked in.
Spike. Smoosh is an excellent name for a Pekingese. Sky is about to fucking take off with a big ass ears.
Dumbo looking.
Shelby. Shari. Shadow, my beloved.
Oh hail Shadow, here rise again.
We do have a corgi up for adoption. Her name is Queenie.
We love corgis.
Raspberry is a good name. Squack on Barky.
Hey chat, who here had Nintendogs?
I had Nintendogs.
Have you checked on your dogs lately?
I lost the cartridge a long time ago.
No!
Lost dogs.
Pumpkin. Princess Sophia.
Princess Sophia, oh my god.
Potato. This motherfucker named Potato.
Just
It's just a
potato.
Potato man.
Potato.
Tater.
Pizzazz. Phoenix.
Phoenix Wright!
Pepper.
Yo,
Penny,
it's the Phoenix Wright, the Ace Attorney. I need to go.
Parsnip. Looks
Oh my
fucking
god.
He looks so dead out of his mind.
Parker. Paralee. Orla. Ollie. Murphy. Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickle's going to carry.
Minnie Paws. Mindy. Mindy has some crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Millie. Mercury. Meatball.
Meatball.
Maya. Max. Mary.
Maya, my amigo.
Amigo Van Berber.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
That's a name. Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, based off the guy who wrote Hamilton.
Oh, ho, ho.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
That's nice. That's a nice one.
Oi!
Lex Wooper.
Sweet Liberty.
Is there another captain or the other team? Yes. Oh yeah, Mina. Just out of curiosity, were there update on the model?
On my model?
Yeah.
I was gonna finish it yesterday, but then we went out to Bakersfield yesterday.
Understandable, have a nice day. Okay, so.
I told me, because he was watching me work on it for a little bit,
Ooh.
I just need to mirror the legs, and then I should be able to export it just fine.
Yay!
Yeah. Look at Jolene!
Oh my goodness, Jolene. She going zoom.
Yup.
Yo.
There's just so many good dogs, and I'm so happy that they've all gotten adopted. Huckleberry. Look at him.
Huckleberry.
He looks like a huckleberry.
Huckleberry Finn.
That name sounds familiar.
Huckleberry Finn?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
Huckleberry
book.
Finn was Tom Sawyer's best friend.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's that one character.
Yeah, two characters, same universe.
I love me some Tom Sawyer.
Gumbo.
That's a very scrunkly face.
Gretel. Gorby is such a nonsense name.
As a dog name should be. TBH.
Erica? That's my mama.
Erika. Erika.
Doodle is so fucking cute.
Doodle is adorable. Oh my god.
Daffy. Delulu.
Lulu.
D-Bone Samuel.
Sam is
Kodo.
also good.
Colonel. Clark. Demure. Charles. Centaur. Cece. Carl. Captain. Candy Button.
Oh, she's adorable.
Buttercup.
Wait, Buttercup? Oh my god, Buttercup! Fucking Princess Bride.
I was gonna say Powerpuff Girls.
Isn't that a flower?
Yes.
Pretty sure, yeah. But I
Stare, like the cheese. Boone, Bonnie, Bodie, Bodude,
Bodhi.
Blaze,
Oh, Blaze.
Bernie.
Also nice.
Belle,
Bernie Sanders?
Bark Kent. We have Bark
Barkent,
Kent
yes.
and we
Bark
have Lex
Kent.
Woofer.
Barkent is perfect.
Bark Kent is
We
an
have Bark
absolute-
Kent and Lex Woofer. We got Superman and Lex Luthor.
Oh my god, this is going to be a
Aurelia.
match.
Astro, Andy, Aloe, and Alice and Actimel. and there's Abigail. And those are, I think, most of the puppies at the puppy bowl.
So fucking
So, yeah.
cute. Mina, how dare you do this to me? I'm gonna die from cuteness.
Oh, we're watching it in like 4 minutes.
I know, but how dare you?
How dare I what, bitch?
Fucking show us this adorable shit.
Are you not joining us?
I am. I'm being sarcastic.
Look at them. They used to be green and yellow. I'm always Team Fluff. I showed this to my students last year, so they had no clue. And I said, are you guys gonna watch the Puppy Bowl? And they're like, what's the Puppy Bowl? And I just played the video for them. I'm like, it's just a bunch of puppies who are adoptable playing football. And they were so excited. They made posters saying, go Team Rough or go Team Fluff. And I had like students arguing in the cafeteria over who was gonna win that year.
That's absolutely adorable.
As the top pick in the Puppy Bowl draft, we're about
Such
to
a
find
cool
out.
idea, man.
So sit back and settle in as we get you ready for Puppy Bowl 21.
So this is the 21.
Yes. So I should mention that the referee,
Yeah.
Dan, they call him Dan Schnauzer because everybody's named after dog puns.
I'm Steve Levy, joined by my broadcast partner Taylor Rooks.
To officially kick things off, we are going to toss
Yeah,
it down to
good.
Dan the ref. Should I say Dan the scout?
There he is. He used to be an NFL referee,
Mm-hmm.
like for the Super Bowl specifically,
Based.
and now he referees puppies.
So he has experience.
Yes, he's also some of the foster parents for the puppies.
That must be such a cool job, honestly.
Today, 10 lucky pups have been selected to compete for the last 5 spots on
So yeah, Stand Puppy Bowl. If you can watch it on Discovery Plus, if you have it in your country, or HBO Max, or if you have an American friend who has it, absolutely watch it if you can. Every ounce of money that the Puppy Bowl makes goes to making it bigger and better next year. And that way they don't have to resort to NFTs like they tried to do that one year.
Oh damn.
Yeah, they said that the money for the NFTs went for rainforest reconstruction, but you know, they're NFTs. They're not that great for the
Yeah.
environment anyway.
Get ready for the combine.
Like fuck, we don't know what to do.
They never did it again.
Good.
But yeah. Puppy Bowl goes into getting aid for the shelters that participate in the Puppy Bowl. It's just very good. There's no downsides to watching the Puppy Bowl.
A princess of a pup who
They even have Kitty halftime show. I forgot to mention.
Kitty halftime show.
Yeah, so 1 year, it was the year that Katy Perry did the Left Shark meme.
Mm-hmm.
Her cat performed as Kitty Purry.
That's absolutely fucking adorable. Let's destroy a forest to build a garden. 100% makes sense.
So I'm hoping that we get a performance from Catmick Lemieux this year.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes. I know Keyboard Cat has performed a couple times, even though they're technically dead.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah, but the meme goes on in the Puppy Bowl Kitty halftime show. Speaking of which, it is 10:59. It is about to start.
All right, we have the stream ready for this. Do you want me to restart it?
We're gonna do it in my server, so I'm gonna send an invite to CD real quick, so he can. join us.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to stop stream?
If you would like to, I'm just gonna go ahead and send that out.
I'm just making sure. I was confused. I thought we were gonna watch it here. I'm so
No,
Puppy
sorry.
Bowl, yo. It's like oops.
All right, I'm gonna. It's okay.
All right, then I'm gonna send out my stream to. Wait, actually, I need to check if she's online. We can close this. All right. Okay, Pog. Let me just send out the raid and Yeah. Yo, alright. So we're gonna raid Pikachu. It's the person I'm currently playing Minecraft with. Tomorrow is gonna be more Mario Kart, probably. And yeah, just general back to grind. We're probably gonna be streaming for way longer this week, considering my parents aren't home, which means that I don't have to worry about screaming too loudly. Which means that I can stream for more time, which means probably 72-hour streaming coming. Anyway. Oh, you wanna see me do it again? Well, I'll fucking do it again. Anyway, I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you so much for playing my game. And the raid is off. 89-hour stream, let's go, yo.
Let's go.
100-hour stream, yes.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Alright.
I'm
To the other
insane like
server.
that. I'll see you all in a bit. I'm gonna just, you know, be a good raider.